By the way, there is line merch. This merch right here is for the line, the whole event and everything like that. If you want to, get something, then you can. The link for it will be in the description, my little Teespring link there. You'll be able to find this as well as all the other designs and things like that. If you want to get it to support the channel and everything like that, then feel free to do that. You don't have to, but I figured I would mention it here because it's for the line and it's not going to be here for very long. I'm actually going to remove this relatively soon. I'm thinking I will remove it before the end of October, so act fast because it's going to go away forever if you don't get it in time. I want to start off this video by just thanking everyone that showed up. I want to just thank everyone that actually participated in the line, and I want to give extra thanks to everyone who actually helped with, directing things and organizing things and the whole situation. We had a couple of general chats, and we had a private chat for me and some admins and mods and things like that. And the general chat was very, very, very chaotic. I couldn't handle it myself, and I definitely couldn't have handled it in any way. For some reason, push to talk wouldn't even work for me, so I couldn't use priority speaking. I don't know what was wrong with that.
Oh,
hey, everyone, hey.
Where's the gap? I'm gonna fill a gap.
Guys, okay.
Yeah. So that'd be 2, Roxy, or...
I wish I could fill a gap, but I am currently also filling a gap.
Okay, guys.
Oh my god.
Okay. Everyone. Trying to relay information to everyone in the general VC was just near impossible. I did a lot of pings, and I'm sorry if that irritated anyone during the event or anyone in the server who unfortunately would not be able to participate, but I just wanted to get out the information because this was really important, and we tried to direct things as well as possible. I had Luca especially. I want to give extra thanks to her because she actually was able to relay information for me. Basically, she would come into a voice chat with all the admins and mods and things like that, and I would basically say like, hey, go and tell them this, and help like fill out gaps and stuff like that. Try to direct them a little bit since you have priority speaking and it actually works for you. So we had her over there moderating things. We had Quang, who helped quite a bit. They're very used to making lines and things like that for the 10th and everything, so they were able to help out a lot for that. But overall, the general VC was just chaotic, and I just could not handle it. So I wanted to thank everyone that was able to help, like the admins, the mods, the people that weren't admins or mods who were able to help and everything like that. I want to thank like the devs because they showed up and everything like that. They actually gave us really cool screenshots and things like that. And overall, it was great. And I just wanted to say thanks for all of that. What was this event actually like? Well, this event was actually really insane. All I had in mind was like, hey, we're gonna make a line from left side of the map all the way to the right edge of the map, and that was gonna be that was basically gonna be it. But as more and more people started to fill into the server, my Discord server for this event, the line Discord server, I noticed that we had like 200 people in like a few days, or maybe a couple of weeks or something like that. Like my main Discord server got outnumbered by this line server. Out of nowhere, people were so forward on being like they want to be part of it. Everyone was sharing the server around and sharing the news like, hey, we're gonna do something historic here and everything like that. You should join and be part of this. It was crazy, and it just goes back to kind of what I said early on when people were joining the line server. I severely underestimated the community and everything like that when I set out to do this. Like, I didn't think hardly anyone would show up. I thought we would barely be able to get to from the left to the right. We tremendously surpassed that. We went well beyond that. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe like once we got like 100 people in the line server, then we got 200 people, and it was just more and more amazing as time went on. And I severely underestimated this community, and I'm really sorry for that. But I promise I will never underestimate this community ever again, because they showed to me the other day that like, hey, look, this is possible, and anything is possible in this community when we like work together and try to do something special. And we definitely did something really amazing and really special with this line and everything like that. But that's not to say everything was easy or smooth sailing or whatever else. People were very eager to get started. Like, they started about maybe 20 minutes early, which may have actually been part of why things were so chaotic at the beginning, because we had like large gaps in the line. We had people kind of clustered up in certain locations, people that weren't really sure what to do. And I can only say that part of that was probably because people started early and we got this big line like very early on.
This is a funny event, honestly.
Oh my god, we already almost did
gonna be
it. We've
super
literally,
long.
guys, we've literally
Oh, do
already
we
almost
curve?
did it. We've literally already
Wait,
almost
wait,
did
wait,
it.
wait.
Not technically started yet.
This
We've
is
literally
really
already
funny.
almost done it. We've literally
It's so
already
laggy,
almost
but
done
it's
it.
so
And as you saw there, I was really shocked at how many people were in this line, like how large this line was. We got halfway across the map before the line even officially started. It was insane. So that was pretty chaotic and crazy and everything like that. And that caused issues because it took us a while to get that organized and be like, hey, we got these gaps to fill. We got to fill the gaps, otherwise it's not a line. And we kept having a lot of issues near the pumpkin patch for some reason, which I'm not sure why that was like an issue. I guess people just don't like pumpkins or something, but we couldn't fill out the space in the pumpkin patch. It kept getting like empty somehow. I don't know how, but we did eventually get it, and we finished this horizontal line from the left edge of the map all the way to the right edge of the map, and it was insane. We also had a few notable people join us, but this was a little bit of a double-edged sword. And by notable people, I mean like popular people or people that you may know very well in the Ponytown community. We had people from the devs, like Indu himself. We had Steuben. We had Ramen Noodles. We had Quang, of course, him, running the 10th and everything like that. You've probably heard of him if you just, happen to play Ponytown ever so often. We had so many notable people. We even had Big Mama Eternal show up, and we had Mads, like one of the newer moderators. And these people specifically, and I don't know why, but Minnow showed up as well. But I don't know why, but specifically Mads and Big Mama Eternal were sort of the double-edged swords when it came to this line. There was one point in the line when I was, trying to check the line for more like gaps and things like that, so I can be like, hey, we gotta get some people to fill this line. And I saw that like a lot of people were kind of clustered up around Big Mama Eternal. I just said like, hey, look, we're trying to do a line. You can still interact and talk with her, because like there's gaps right next to you that you could be filling, and you would still be next to her to talk to her and things like that. So that was a little bit of an issue. Thankfully, Big Mama Eternal was extremely kind and really nice, and basically was just like, yeah, guys, like we're trying to do a thing. So Big Mama Eternal was able to, kind of calm down the little bit of a cluster, and it really wasn't that huge of a cluster, so it wasn't that big of a deal with her. But for some reason, Mads had a huge cluster of people around him, and I'm not sure why. I didn't realize how popular he was. I knew he was a moderator and everything like that. I just didn't realize he had such a huge following of people that would swarm him and everything like that. And whenever he went into a part on the line, that part of the line would get very clustered, but it kind of like made a little bit of a clot, and it made it harder to finish lines and things like that. We had some really wild things happen. We had this random cult just show up out of nowhere and participate in the line, which I did not see coming at all. Like, look at these people! Look at these people! Look at all these people coming!
Okay, where is
They're just flooding in!
Yeah,
There's
like,
so many people.
It's a bunch of people in
Can't.
boats!
I'm in the line.
What the fuck is
I can't
happening?
move. I'm in the line.
The line is worth all the lag. Every lag, every amount of lag is worth it. Just this line.
And overall, I'm really glad we had people like Big Mama Eternal and Mads and Minnow and Steuben and things like that. Don't get me wrong, I'm the clusters were bound to happen, but I'm just glad they weren't as bad as they were, and I'm glad that Big Mama Eternal, Steuben, Minnow, and people like that were like, hey, like I'm just a person, like just fill out the line. That's what we're doing here today. There'll be time to talk and interact or whatever later. So they were very cooperative and everything like that. They weren't trying to create clusters or anything like that. I want to make that clear. Once we finished this horizontal line, because we did indeed finish this line, we actually made a line that started on the left edge of the map and made it all the way to the right edge of the map. Once we finished that, we actually decided, hey, let's try to do this diagonally line, because it was something that we talked about in the line Discord server. Like, hey, what if we made a diagonal line? Maybe we have enough people. I only estimated that it would take about 150-ish ponies to, you know, go across the map. So maybe we could pull it off if we do diagonally, since we have even more people than I originally expected to even get in the first place. We tried it out and it actually worked. We actually managed to organize that in a very coherent way. It was working very well. We got people, you know, starting in the bottom right corner, and with my directing and with some people like Quang and things like that, and Luca and everything like that, we were able to get a diagonal line, and it was going very, very well from the get-go. And I can only assume that this was because I was there to start the event that time, not necessarily start a new event, but I was there to actually start the line. So I was able to kind of direct people, being like, hey, look, this is the shape we're doing, and, you know, fill up this space, fill up this space. Plus, we already had everyone already in Ponytown, so it made that a lot easier to be like, hey, we're moving to this spot, go to this spot, and then just follow the line up until you find an empty spot, and then just sit there. The regiments were really great for this because they were able to come in kind of early for that little diagonal line, and that allowed them to kind of all sit next to each other, and the line filled out a lot easier and quicker that way. So that was awesome. That was a huge plus. And overall, this diagonal line was going very well until we got near like the cliffs, I think it was, when it started getting really bad. We could not quite get enough people. Then just randomly Duck Scouts were patrolling, just doing their own like Duck Scout things. And I ran up to them and I was like, join our line, because there was like 30 of them. And I was like, join our line. And they said, okay, we'll do that, but we're gonna make attendance first or whatever. And then they finally, they finished their attendance, and they were able to fill out that spot, and we were able to eventually get this diagonal line all the way across the map, and I could not be happier. That was insane that we were able to get so many people on board with this, people that didn't even know what was going on, such as the Duck Scouts. We had Boxer in there as well. You may know them. I don't know if you do or not, but you might know them on Discord. They helped the lines and everything like that. When it came to this diagonal line, they helped a lot with, you know, getting randoms to join and everything like that. They definitely helped, you know, share the line idea around and everything like that, and be like, hey, you know, they're sharing it around different Discord servers and things like that. So it was great to have them on board, especially when they were able to start getting randoms from like the docks or spawn or something like that to join our line. So a big thank you to Boxer as well. At the end of the day, we actually pulled this off. We actually made a line, not just one line, not just one historic line, but two historical lines that have never been made before in Ponytown, and it was a huge event, and I consider it a massive success. We got so many people involved, and overall, I couldn't be more proud of the Ponytown community, and I couldn't be more proud of myself or my friends or whoever else helped, you know, organize the line and things like that. And I couldn't be more proud overall of the community, because they were able to actually come together in unity and form this line. I was blown away by the cooperation and everything. It was insane. But yeah, that's the line. That's the story of the line. I do hope that you enjoyed what you did see, but trust me, there's a lot more out there. I think some people streamed it, and I think some people made like different videos and stuff on it. So I also have more videos on my channel, and I make Ponytown content all the time. You probably could have guessed because I did this thing. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, I would very, very much appreciate it if you go watch those other videos, and I would very, very, very much appreciate it if you liked, shared, and subscribed. Because when you do those things, those wonderful things, you get access to wonderful content such as this. But that's not all you get. That's not all you get. You also get to become wonderful yourself, and I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful.